Hello, everyone. We're live, and we're going to discuss Rob Reiner and his wife being murdered by their son. I just, you know, I understand being angry at people, but to resort to murder and killing your own parents, I mean, we haven't seen something this horrific since the Menendez brothers. And for it to happen close to Christmas is another thing. And for Rob Reiner, having it close to Hanukkah, there's a darkness in this. And what I'm not even going to give him the satisfactory of saying his name, but their non son was murdered. He murdered his parents. This world does not call for something this horrific ever. I want to understand what gives you the right to do that. Nothing does. You, it's absolutely horrible. I actually liked Rob Reiner. He was one of, yes, he was truly meathead, but at least you could see that there was a human being there, and he had his opinions, and I actually respected him quite a bit. I love The Princess Bride. Um, I like Spinal Tap. I haven't seen the sequel yet, but it's just sad. I liked a lot of his work. I liked When Harry Met Sally. You know, it's words can't describe. Words just can't describe it. You know, truly can't. I mean, because it's absolutely horrible, and it's just evil. You know, if you ever have a family member that is struggling with homelessness, like this individual was, and drugs and everything, get them the help that they need. You know, because this is just completely uncalled for. I'm just really flabbergasted with words right now. I don't even know what to say. But I felt like I had to say something because this is just a tragedy, you know. And just let's put aside the fact of the celebrity. This was a man who was murdered by his own son, a 78-year-old grandpa who was murdered. But there's two people watching. If you guys want to share your thoughts and everything, feel free. Um, and if you're going to sit here and troll, then bug out, really, because I don't really want to hear it. But let us get to the chat and have the chat. share their thoughts. And I just, I don't know. It's just, it's really sad. That's all I have to say. You know, it really is. What do you say to something like this? You know, I mean, it's just, obviously the man was sick. That's all I have to say. He was sick. And, you know, obviously there was an argument, and he decides to resort to this, murdering his parents. In some ways, this is worse than the Menendez brothers because they were stabbed to death. While the you know Menendez brothers shot their parents multiple times, but stabbing multiple times and their throat slit. I mean, that's just evil, buddy. You know, it's one of the reasons why I want to go independent when it comes to making movies, because Hollywood is evil. It's an evil business. It truly is. And, you know, independent. You know, someone who I know on Sit Them by the Fire said that, what happened to the Roger Cormans? Hollywood need a true reboot because this is just evil. I have no words to describe this. I just don't know. I don't even know how to mince words. Um, but with four people watching, if there's anybody in the chat that wants to say anything, feel free. We'll just keep it respectful on all three of you. I don't know. I mean, just the slaughter. I mean, this is a slaughter. It's just sad. Hey, Gray Man. It's been a while. It is. I mean, I look. I mean, we've had issues with family before. I mean, but to resort to this is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, my question is just why. You know, you know, Six people watching, but feel free to comment, guys, and everything. Nobody continue if nobody really comments, I could probably be here for another 5 minutes, but I just want to get some of the people to really share our view, thoughts of Rob Reiner and everything. And I always thought he had a very great sense of humor, and I loved his dad too, Carl Reiner. I've always thought he was funny. I loved his dad. Hey, Zach. I don't know if you know too much about Rob Reiner's films or not, but it's just horrible. You know, hey, Gambit the Fist. Haven't seen you before. Welcome. I mean, it's just it's just horrible. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I wanted to kind of just why this is up on the chat, Gambit Fist. It's nothing really, but well, yes, that's true. Okay, but here's what I'll say to that, though. Yeah, you're right. If they never met, it would never have happened because there this particular person would have never been born. You're absolutely right. But if we think like that, then it's going to be someone else because I believe in the butterfly effect, in some ways if you altered the timeline then something else is going to happen. And maybe it would be more horrible than this. I don't know what would be more horrible than this, but we start thinking like that, then we also have to keep in mind that something else just as tragic or worse could happen, you know? So, you know, it is what it is. But and it's very sad. That's I just am I just don't have any words really. But if anyone wants to join, there's the link. Um, um, and we'll hopefully just talk and discuss for a little bit. And yeah, yeah, well, when there's darkness in the world, people are going to be dark. And then when you want to bring in lightness, people are going to cut out the light. and that's the sad truth. But you have to fight for the light. That's all I have to say. That's it. Fight for the light. Anyway, if no one's going to join, I think we're going to wrap it up because we've been going for 15 minutes. I think that's good enough, but we'll see. But thank you.